Now to our health report, and tonight we profile a facility of special interest to those with active lifestyles, or more specifically those suffering aches or breaks because of their active lifestyles. Pain and injury, sports-related or otherwise, can affect us physically and emotionally. We found a clinic in Huntington Beach featuring a wide array of experts and technology aimed at helping patients recover while saving time and money in the process.
That sounds good.
Dr. Paul Joachim is in his fourth decade helping people recover from injuries. A board-certified orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Joachim founded Pacifica Orthopedics in 1999. His vision was to bring a truly unique outpatient medical facility to his hometown of Huntington Beach.
We developed this clinic with the idea that it will be one-stop, basically shop for a patient with a musculoskeletal injury.
People are grouping together to give care that's more coordinated, has more specialties linked together, and it's good interchange with the doctors, and ultimately it's good care for the patients.
I think when they go to a medical facility, they find a doctor that they like, they're comfortable with. You're going to take in the whole experience. Main thing is the doctor.
The beautiful part about this whole practice at the Pacific Orthopedics is the fact that it's an integrated healthcare system where we have a variety of physicians and specialties within one structure, and it allows for great communication.
It's a growing trend. It's a pioneer trend. It's something that's starting new. It started at big universities, and now Pacifica's using it, and I think it's a very smart way to approach patient care.
Our patients love it because there's good communication, there's very good coordination. They don't have to go to 3 different locations to be treated comprehensively. So it's really become quite a benefit to our patients, and we are happy that they're happy with that.
Anyone that's been hurt knows how difficult it is to get doctors to talk to other doctors, and it's a lot easier when they're in the same office, and that's what we can provide.
The team at Pacifica Orthopedics includes 4 board-certified orthopedic surgeons. It also includes an in-house neurologist, psychologist, and chiropractor, as well as experts in workman's comp cases. This unique staff provides patients with something Dr. Paul Joachim calls the Pacifica point of difference.
The point of difference in Pacifica is that here we provide daily access to orthopedic surgeons. For instance, if an injured worker or an injured person calls our office, they don't have to wait weeks on end or days on end before see an orthopedic specialist. We have made it a point that each of us will cover on a daily basis, and they will be able to see the patient immediately.
Good morning, Pacific Orthopedics. Okay, let me have the patient's name.
Patients receiving diagnosis or treatment here benefit from an array of technology rarely seen all under one roof.
Absolutely. There's a huge financial obstacle to getting these state-of-the-art technologies in the office, and we've been able to accommodate that. And so I would say that probably 5% maybe of offices or less have the capacity that we do. When we try to provide that overall benefit for the patient, a one-stop shop, our main focus in doing this from a technical standpoint was to provide the imaging. It includes the digital X-ray, which is kind of taking a traditional X-ray but making it instantaneous. We have an ultrasound machine, which we can use in lieu of MRI sometimes to look at tendon injuries and whatnot, and also help us sometimes when we have to localize injections in certain tissues. And then we have my favorite toy, which is the fluoroscopy machine. That's a live X-ray. I can use that when patients come in to me and they have a fracture that needs to be reduced. We put them right in that procedure room. Again, make it very comfortable for them. They don't have to send them to a surgery center or anything. Give them some local anesthetic and use that live X-ray machine, which has very minimal radiation, to reduce their fractures, again, help localize injections.
Great.
And it's instantaneous. And we can actually see the reduction occur, which is really neat. And the final thing we have is that is an extremity MRI, which again, instead of sending them away to get an MRI at a different center and bring back the films, well, for the joints below the shoulder and below the hip joint and the extremities, we can take those pictures with the MRI to look at the soft tissues, cartilage sequences, and do them here and explain it to them at the same time. So it's really convenient.
Dr. Joachim says the emphasis is providing the best and least invasive outcome possible. Doing so, he says, provides less tissue damage and quicker recovery. Dr. Joachim is also a proponent of using platelet-rich plasma as part of the healing process for those with a soft tissue injury. It involves spinning a small sample of the patient's blood in a centrifuge, leaving a highly concentrated sample of platelets. These platelets contain proteins, known as growth factors, which promote cell growth and thus are beneficial to areas normally slow to heal, such as tendons. The platelets are then injected directly into the injured area.
So if you're playing tennis, you have a rotator cuff partial tear, and it's preventing you from doing your sport and resting comfortably, you can come in and have this technology applied. It's your own serum, so taking it from your blood, and this is being used quite extensively in the professional world. And one of the reasons why is because you're not adding on steroids, you're not adding on growth hormone. So many things have been kind of poo-pooed in the media, and instead you're doing something that comes from the patient, is their patient's own ability to heal, but enhanced.
This technique, again, I found to be very effective for full spine conditions, specifically those low back conditions with leg pain respond quite well.
Dr. Stephen Fulmer is a licensed chiropractor. He works out of the Rehab Center, a spacious facility also located in the same building as the medical clinic. The two facilities work in conjunction with one another. Pacifica Orthopedics patients are often referred here to receive a variety of services from Dr. Fulmer and numerous physical therapists. Services here include chiropractic care, massages, and acupuncture, as well as rehab or workout programs specifically designed for the injury in question.
At the end of the day, it's all about improving surgical outcomes and improving quality of life. And some of that is going to be strengthening the body through the surgery, through the chiropractic care, through the physical therapy, but there's also a mental aspect that needs to be addressed for some people as well.
Dr. Jeffrey Bone is a licensed psychologist and one of two mental health professionals on the Pacifica Orthopedics team. He says the mental well-being of a surgery patient plays a key role in the recovery process.
All the research in the world says yes, absolutely. Just where they are in depression, anxiety, insomnia, marital conflict, there's tons of different red flags and risk factors, and we have the ability to mitigate that so the surgeon can actually go in there and be relatively conflict-free with the patient.
The same thought process these ladies use when dealing with workman's comp cases here. Pacifica Orthopedics is often asked to look at disputes involving the cause, severity, or treatment of work-related injuries. Jackie Quintero is a workman's comp specialist and part of the team here for more than a decade.
I feel it's a necessity because I become the immediate contact person for these case managers, these applicant attorneys, these defense attorneys. It's, you know, the one certain extension. I'm not going to be, you know, I'm not going to be, it's not going to be a phone call coming in and coming into the front desk when they have 20 other million things to do and just let them know, okay, let me find out, let me call you back. I'm able to, at the moment, give them the information that they need, whether it's over the phone or fax them a status report or an AME report or anything of that nature.
Part of why I'm part of this particular group, because I can come as an outside physician and do what I do as a physician, and all the other stuff is taken care of around me, which is a pleasure. I hand them my report and they do everything. They have everything ready for me ahead of time. They assist me when I'm here. So it's a pleasure to have a group that's so well versed at this whole concept.
Pacifica Orthopedics is now in its second decade, providing a variety of medical services to patients in and around Huntington Beach. Services that even extend beyond the walls of this facility. Doctors Paul and Emil Joachim often lend their expertise and financial support to community events and youth sports teams. In addition, they speak to local school kids on the dangers of drugs and alcohol.
Honest to God, if we can save 1 to 10 people from Huntington Beach per year, per month, it's a tribute to what we're doing. And that's what I want to leave behind.
First of all, we're just blessed to live here. I mean, Huntington Beach is a wonderful community. It's a beautiful environment to live in, and we're thrilled to live here. We've all established many friends through our community activities and sponsorships, and those things kind of just blossom. So we get more and more ingrained and involved with the community as on a daily basis. And our commitment really is to not only treat the community but to provide. We realize we're blessed to be in this profession.
A profession that Dr. Paul started back in the early 70s. And when he finally does retire, Dad knows the future for Pacifica Orthopedics will be in good hands when his son takes over.
He's completely unpolluted by the business aspect of the practice. I don't think he really cares how much he makes, as long as he can take good care of people and still make enough living to feed his kids. Truthfully, this is the kind of person that's how we should culture in medicine, is that he's dedicated to be a good doctor. He wants to provide the best medical care possible, and he frets over it, he prepares for it, and he wants to do it, and that's excellent.
Pacifica Orthopedics is located on Delaware Street in Huntington Beach in what used to be the Pacifica Hospital building. It's now called Pacifica Tower. The medical and surgical center is on the 11th floor. The rehab facility is on the ground floor. Pacifica Orthopedics is open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. For more information, go to pacificaortho.com.